According to ADAA, 6.8 million of adults, or 3.1% of USA population, are affected by GAD every year. Generalized anxiety disorder. Women are more likely to be affected by this disorder, and the symptoms can be developed across the life cycle, but it's more common that they develop between childhood and middle age. I choose this topic because I know a lot about it. I have been suffering from GAD since I was 14 years old, so I'm going to talk about my symptoms from experience. Besides, I have been studying these topics since I felt the first symptom. I think it is important to you to learn about GAD because it is a common disorder that can affect you or someone that you love. Generalized anxiety disorder is characterized by persistent feeling of worrying about different things in life. My name is Michelle Marlene Mejía Zapata. Because I think you will learn a lot about that, we will discuss the definition, the causes, and the symptoms. Generalized anxiety disorder is different from a normal feeling of anxiousness. People with GAD always feeling worried about the things in the future, and they can concentrate because they're always feeling bad. So they can write an essay or they can study because they are just thinking about the future. People with GAD may anticipate disaster, and they may be concerned about a lot of things in life like love, family, and friends. They may be like scared or anxious even though there is no reason to be scared. GAD is diagnosed when someone is feeling anxious for more than 6 months and present three or more symptoms. Now that you know what GAD is, I'm going to talk about the causes. The cause of generalized anxiety disorder is unknown. Like any other disorder, there is not a certain type of personality or a certain type of person that is more likely to be affected by the disorder, but there are some causes that have been researched. Genetics. Some research suggests that genetics, like family history, plays a role deciding if someone is going to have or is not going to have GAD. In my case, all my family has GAD, so I have it too. I think it was genetics. Brain chemistry. It is a little bit complicated, but GAD affects one cell nerve pathway that affects the emotions. Environmental factors, some stressful situations like divorce, the death of a loved one, changing jobs, or changing schools can develop GAD in someone. Now that you know the causes of GAD, I'm going to talk about the symptoms. The symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder depends on the people that is going through that because every person experiences it different. Some person experience all the symptoms and others just experience three or four. In my case, are all of them. I'm experiencing all of them. So the symptoms that affects the person psychologically are the following: difficulty concentrating. People with anxiety can concentrate when they are feeling anxious because they can think in other things than just bad things. Irritability, it is the most common symptoms in GAD. Restlessness is only a symptom if appears frequently. The symptoms of GAD that affects the person physically are the following: dizziness, this is when you feel unbalanced. Dry mouth, this is when you don't produce enough saliva so your mouth gets dry. And headache is a normal health problem that can be caused by anxiety. I hope that you have changed your life with the facts that I had explained you. We had discussed the definition of GAD the causes, and the symptoms. I hope that you have learned a lot about God and that you are going to apply the acquired knowledge in your life. So, thank you for watching and see you next time.